Nikki booked the
What's up,
tickets are
everybody?
booked 30 minutes prior
Yeah,
to the concert.
30 minutes before she found him for dirt cheap. So I said, go. I went to a going away thing, and then she met me there. Anyway, welcome to Frank Presents the Play Call. How's everybody doing? Nikki's doing cheap shit today, y'all. But y'all can see it on YouTube. She's out doing cheap stuff. Bree and I are in the casa. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm gonna start with Bree. Bree, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling up because motherfuckers can't speak my language.
Shout out to making this new song. Nikki,
Oh my
feeling.
God.
I'm blessed and highly favored. Amen. Hallelujah. I'm putting y'all back on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Stream Circadian Rhythm by Drake. Great song.
Well, go ahead, Bree. Take it away. But let's get this day
All
started.
right, so let's do week 2 recaps. Okay, let me pull it up. I'll pull up the scores. I know who won last week.
I don't think I won last week. Not with the picks I
So
had.
week
Jesus.
2, on Thursday, the Bills defeated the Dolphins 31-10. On Sunday, September 15th, the Raiders defeated the Ravens 26-23. The Browns defeated the Jaguars 18-13. The Jets defeated the Titans 24-17. The Vikings defeated the 49ers, Team Sam Darnold right there, 23-17. The Chargers defeated the Panthers 26-3. The Seahawks defeated the Patriots in overtime 23-20. The Saints defeated the Cowboys 44-19. The Commanders defeated the Giants 21-18. The Buccaneers defeated the Lions 20-16. The Packers defeated the Colts 16-10. The Steelers defeated the Broncos 13-6. The Chiefs defeated the Bengals 26-25. Cardinals defeated the Rams 41-10. Texans defeated the Bears 19-13. And on Monday, September 16th, the Falcons defeated the Eagles 22-21. So Frank, you can start first of what you've seen. Oh, wait, let me tell you guys who won the pick'ems. So Frank and Nikki tied with 7 correct predictions. June had 8, and I had 9. Cause how the fuck I'm still up? I won this week's pick'ems. I did. I won because I was the only one. Frank will always say, only me. I was the only one who had faith in Sam Darnold and
Yeah,
that Vikings.
yeah. She's the only one that's. She's either gonna pick a team 24/7. They could be facing Jesus and the 12 apostles. She's picking the Steelers. She will never pick a team in her own division, and anything that Sam Darnold, she's gonna go with. So Samantha's always gonna get the vote. So
Yep.
it's always gonna be one of them off
As
games that
long
she wins.
as long, but I would say I did pick the Ravens over the
Yeah.
Raiders this week. So
You pick Ravens over who?
yeah, we all
So
picked Ravens over Raiders.
Yeah.
So
What's up?
within the both 2 weeks, who's in the lead?
If me and you tied,
with 13, hold on, let me do some math.
so me and you be
So
at 20.
I'm at 19 right now. June is at 19. Frank and Nikki are at 20.
Tied at 20. Yeah. So let me give you my take on this week. So
Let's go. We'll go like line by lines, okay? Not game by game, but games that we both watched together. So the first one we can definitely go with is the you didn't watch any of the 1 o'clock games, right?
no, I didn't. I didn't.
Okay, so I'll recap 1 o'clock games. So the first 1 o'clock game that I did watch, I watched Vikings and 49ers. That Vikings defense was phenomenal. It was crazy. It was so good. They definitely got under Brock Purdy. He threw 2 picks. He fumbled the ball 3 times. Then you also have Fred Warner and Nick Bosa all got hurt on the same play that Justin Jefferson also got hurt. All 3 were out the game. Nick Bosa and Fred Warner did come back later on at the end of the game, but Justin Jefferson did not come back into the game. What happened was Justin Jefferson and Fred Warner did collide into each other. They both were down, and we don't know what happened with Nick Bosa, but all 3 of them were down altogether. Now, stats-wise, when it comes to Sam and Brock Purdy went 28 for 36, 319 yards, which is phenomenal. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Sam Darnold was 17 for 26, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Sam Darnold also threw a 97-yard touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson. That was very iconic. That was talked about a lot in the game, but majority of why they kept recapping it was the referee that was running with them. That referee was running fast. They said that they definitely need to hire him. But big shout out to Mr. Flores himself. That defense looks so good, so great. That week. Even Brock Purdy even shouted him out, Brian Flores, and told him, like, your defense is phenomenal. Like, so good job on that team. Another game I did watch at 1 o'clock as well was the Seahawks and Patriots game in overtime. Now the Patriots had a great first half of the game. It was good. It was great. They really slowed down towards the end of third quarter, beginning of fourth quarter, and it was like a decline. You know, the defense did try to step up as much as possible, but with the offense not scoring as much, allowed the Seahawks to come back and win in overtime. Some work definitely needs to be done there. Those were the only 2 1 o'clock games I did watch.
Like I said, I didn't watch much. I was at a distillery. I was very surprised at the manhandling of the Vikings over the 49ers. I was surprised. I had picked the Patriots to win thing, and they can pull out the upset like they did against the Bengals. But like you said, towards the end of the game, they kind of gave up. The offense isn't prolific. It's very stagnant. So the defense has to do a lot. And our run game is our best game on offense, and that can only hold up for so long. So, shout out to the Seahawks for an overtime going down and actually winning the game. I didn't really watch much of those, but like I said, for me, my takeaway from this week is some of these 0-2 teams are looking real suspect, and a lot of these 2-0 and 1-1 teams are looking real good.
I got to prepare with those questions too later.
You got Tampa Bay looking great. You know, not Patrick. Baker Mayfield is finally coming around. I'm not saying he's, but I've always had a love for Baker. I felt Baker had a bad rap, a bad hand dealt to him. Sam Darnold went to the Jets, another bad team, and went to Carolina, and look where he's at now. And because the rookie that got hurt, he's out there performing. So when you sit here and you look at Geno resurrected his career in Seattle. So whether he win a Super Bowl, probably not, but at least he's turned that narrative around that he's not a total whack quarterback. You saw the Saints manhandle the Cowboys. Saints put up 80 points in 2 games. Like, it's crazy. Derek Carr finally has an OC and he looks good. So I mean, that's my takeaway from this one. I guess my biggest upset was the Bengals and Chiefs game. The Bengals started playing good. Whether he was there a tad bit early, I don't think it was a defensive pass interference. I think he got there right on time. The ball hit him in the head, not the receiver. He didn't really knock him out of contention. I just feel this is another call where the referee saw that Mahomes about to lose a game, and to fit the narrative of the NFL, let's throw a flag, get him 10 yards closer, and of whatever yards it was, because it was 15. It was a defensive pass interference. So wherever the foul happened, that's where they're going to move the ball to, kick a field goal, and you win. And Joe Burrow's fighting. Not only is he competing against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce, probably the greatest tandem, a triple threat that you've seen since, Patriots probably. But now you got you fighting against the damn referees too. So, it's frustrating, to see that happen. But good game, good matchup. I'm sure the Bengals are going to bounce back. They got a few games coming up that should be good. What's the game? What was the Monday night and Sunday night game? That's what I want to talk about.
Another you said the Monday night and Sunday night game?
Yeah.
Monday night, the Sunday night game was Texans and Bears.
Oh yeah. Listen, Caleb, my man, do you got that as a topic after the conversation that they had?
No, did you see what he said?
No,
he wasn't ignoring him. They were telling him, let's go.
I don't care. Listen, he's a starting quarterback, and CJ Stroud is trying to talk to you and give you some advice, and your whole facial expression is like, yeah, all right, whatever, thanks. My man, you just threw like 1,000 picks in one game. You look regular. against the guy that people thought you was gonna be like in your rookie year. So, they got a lot of work to do over there in Chicago. Texans, I mean, hey, well, they're looking pretty effing good right now. Texans looking real good. What else? Monday night Eagles at Falcons. Falcons went out there and stole from the Eagles. The question is,
Yep, my thing is if the Falcons would have played like they played their last drive, it would have been a blowout.
well, I mean, it's bad coaching, right? I think we can all say you have Saquon. Why are you going to throw him a pass on the flat to get the first down when you could just run it and kill more clock? That's what you want to do, is kill clock. And I get it. Saquon probably catches that ball 9 times out of 10. But guess what? He didn't catch on that 10th time. And they left too much time on the clock. And, people sleep on Kirk Cousins. They think he's like another Dak Prescott. They compare them a lot. Well, he just did something I ain't seen Dak do. So go ahead, shout out to that. Texans looking good. Chiefs and Bengals, another tough loss for the Bengals, but they'll get it together. That's my take on the week.
Nikki, go ahead.
What I'm gonna say is very simple. Okay. This last week is a definition of any given Sunday. That's all I got.
Perfect.
All right. Next topic that we do have. Sorry, I'm opening up my phone. I did update the topics.
Yeah, I just saw the alert come up.
So we can talk about the first thing we talk about is Bryce Young being benched as starting quarterback, and Andy Dalton will replace him as starting quarterback. That's been a lot of talk. A lot of people have been coming to Bryce Young's defense. Even his wide receiver, Adam Thielen, did come to his defense and said that he is not the issue over in Carolina and that it breaks his heart for him. I don't know if you guys seen Nick Saban also brought up Bryce Young, and he says that he hates to see Bryce Young get benched. He also says, I don't see a lot of opportunity for him to be successful based on the skill players and offensive line around him. He needs to get out of Carolina to be successful. So you even have his old head coach, Nick Saban, putting some thoughts in there. Because remember, Bryce Young played at Alabama.
I think it's good. I feel like they ruined him by starting him. We already had
cried.
Look at the two quarterbacks that left that while they were there were horrible, but now they're on other teams and they're thriving. The organization's in shambles, right? And I think the best thing to do is start Andy Dalton, because we don't know the psychological damage they've done to this young man to be the number 1 pick overall and go into a team and be horrible. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good thing they benched him. I hope that he doesn't see it as a bad thing on him. I would take it as, listen, it's probably best, because if not, I'll probably get killed.
Did y'all see, oh my God, this video made me tear up. A couple of days ago, there was a fan and they were walking into practice and the fan was like, hey, Bryce, can you sign this for me? Bryce just looks so defeated, He looks so defeated. And everyone was like, big shout out. Hi, mama.
Hey, my baby.
Bye, boo-boo. So he looked defeated?
He looked so defeated. In the comments was like, big shout out to that fan. So Bryce was like, his head was down, like he just looked out of it. So Bryce was like, sure. And he walks over to the fan and he's signing his stuff. And the fan tells Bryce Young, like, hey, keep your head up. It's going to be okay. Keep your head up. And it made Bryce smile a little bit, but you could see the defeat in this man. And it just broke my heart, like, big time. But yes, I think it's best for him, one, for his mental health sake, because you can see when they played and he had his 4th failed drive and he just stood up and just was crying on the field. Like, it's not my fault.
When you told me that he was crying in the middle of the field, first, I want to say we need to normalize shit like that, right? Let's just be honest. Mental health is important. I'm a person that I'm very emotional. I can share my emotion with people, and I don't know how to relate.
I'm a Pisces. I'm very emotional.
I only know how to relate it to us in the military, right? And when you're sitting out there and you're giving your all and you're trying to make the best out of it, and you realize no matter what you do, it's not happening, that breaks you down. That's why I say it's good. When you told me he was crying in between drives of play and drives, I said, get this man out of there. Because in his mind, he's not equating it to my team sucks. He's looking at it as like, I'm failing. And nobody wants to feel like a failure. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for letting that emotion out on camera and let everybody see it. And shout out to that team. I don't think they benched him because he's losing. I think they benched him because they realized, and Andy Dalton's been in for a while. Let's beat up the old guy before. Look, and not to make it about my team, but I think that's what my team's doing with Brissett. Our offensive line sucks right now. So I put in your rookie quarterback, that's your future.
Brissett got beat up.
Yeah,
Brissett
so
got messed up all over that field on Thursday.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
we got rookie linemen starting, but this is not about the page, but it's about Bryce Young. Bryce Young, keep your head up, brother. Keep your head up, because if you as good as you say you are, or you are, and your head coach from college is talking up, just wait. That
Nick
team
Saban.
gotta-
Nick Saban ain't gonna bullshit nothing.
No.
Either. So
Nick Saban told the Bears on Hard Knocks, the worst thing about a brand new is expectation. The expectation to be great. So we'll talk about that another take. But Bryce Young, keep your head up. Nikki, you want to say anything about that?
Listen, he got it. You know, I think I watched a little clip that Tom Brady said, and it had me thinking, like, I think that we've had these kids, and I hate to say kids because they're grown, right? But we put them in a disadvantage where prior you sat back, you watched, you understood the difference between college football and NFL, and now it's like we throw them to the wolves, right? And everybody ain't meant the same. You know what I'm saying? What they're gonna end up doing is breaking that young man's confidence. You know what I mean? Let's think about it. Rome wasn't built in a day. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, look at some of the reason why I said any given Sunday, because teams that were expected to win are getting blown. You get what I'm saying? They're losing. You know what I mean? And these are people that we had faith for. We've already seen what they can do. You know? So, you know, it's just a disadvantage. And young man, keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? I know he's very close with what dude? CJ, right? What is for you is for you. God wouldn't put you in a position that he think you couldn't handle. That's my message to him.
That's good. I like that.
Even his childhood best friend that he played Pop Warner football all the way to high school football with is sticking up for him too, CJ Stroud, you know?
Hey, you notice something? Nikki out here dropping these one-liners. I think it's because she around these chief selects giving out that knowledge, girl, because she ain't never dropped these one-liners before. Hey,
she'll be like, I don't got her opinion. Next.
Yeah, no. Hey, Nikki ain't never dropped no shit. She out here passing knowledge. There you go, girl. Hey, you need to record around them motherfuckers more often. Go ahead, Bree.
Okay. Big praise to you, Bryce Young. Just breaks my heart. It really does. All right. Next, we have some injuries. Okay. So just be mindful with me because there's a lot. Okay. There's a whole lot. And then as of today as well, hold on, let me refresh. As of today as well, an hour ago, 49ers tight end George Kittle has been downgraded to out. They also don't have Deebo Samuel. They also don't have Christian McCaffrey. Saints tight end Taysom Hill has been downgraded to doubtful on Sunday. Joe Mixon is not traveling with Minnesota. He's been downgraded to out from doubtful. And then now here's the big list of people. I'm going to repeat some names, but players ruled out for Sunday include A.J. Brown, Colleen Saunders, Keenan Allen, Zach Pickens, Jordan Addison, Damian Pierce, David Njoku, Pierre Strong, Junior Colson, Isaac Sumalo, Antoine Winfield, Deebo Samuel, Cooper Kupp, Davis Allen, Puka Nacua, now George Kittle, Joe Mixon. And Now, new update as of 30 seconds ago, Adam Schefter posted the Rams and 49ers injury report list. So the Rams report, they have Davis Allen out. Joshua Carty is questionable. Cooper Kupp is out. Kobe Durant is questionable. And Puka Nacua. George Kittle is doubtful. Tre'Davious Ward is questionable. Nick Bosa questionable. Deebo Samuel's out. Hufanga is questionable, and then D. Winters is also questionable. So who do we pick that game when we do our predictions?
So I'm gonna tell you now, for Sal's pick, I picked the 49ers before I saw them out. I'm about to email them saying, I'm going with the other team. There's no way in hell Brock Purdy's gonna overcome that. I'm just saying.
All he got is Brandon Ayuk, who's been dropping every pass.
And use check. Now
he don't got no teams.
I would say
they both don't got no team because Matthew Stafford don't have Cooper Kupp or Puka.
Yeah, but Matthew Stafford's a more established quarterback than Purdy. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But fantasy tip, if you don't have Jawan Jennings, go pick him up. Because he's the only wide receiver left that's going to play for them besides Ayuk, who's been dropping.
But Ayuk's been dropping everything. Yes. Yeah. So those are the injuries we have, and it's only week 3. So those are major injuries.
I don't know why they get injured. I'm just going to go out there and say this. When you don't play in preseason, at least a few snaps to get your body ready, that's what's going to happen. Now, I'm going to relate this to
when a 300-pound lineman is tackling you.
Yeah. I'm going to relate this to the military. A lot of us, not a lot, there's been some incidents during Chief season of guys that don't work out. Now they go start running at selects and they die from cardiac arrest or because their body can't handle it. You have to stay. If you're an athlete, the best way to stay ready is to be ready. And when you get out there, like people say, preseason's vanilla defenses. Nobody's really showing their hands. So if you pull a hammy in preseason, you was going to pull it in the regular season.
It's just to get warm. Get your body warm. Okay?
That's it. All these players that ain't doing it, now look at them. Oh, they run one route. Oh my God, I got a Charlie horse or whatever. Look, look at the Chiefs. They lost Pacheco for the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
They lost Marquise Brown.
Oh, I forgot that. I forgot Pacheco.
Yeah, gone. So now, what saves Patrick is that he's a great quarterback, so he could overcome. But how many injuries can you overcome before that three-peat starts looking in question? Everybody, like Nikki says something to me. She does, and in our pillow talk at night, she goes, "Hey Frank, I think you give the Bengals too much credit." Nikki, I'm talking about you, not my wife. I think you give the Bengals too much credit based on the
past. I know,
right? And I say, nah, I think they're good. I think Burrow's good. Well, I think we do the same thing with the Chiefs because every time we count them out, they find a way to win. But eventually, it's going to get to the point where you can't overcome these injuries. Injuries are happening, and it's crazy at a high volume. So I don't know how I'm gonna pick this week, Bree, because clearly I must have picked.
Some other news as of today as well. Justin Herbert is listed as questionable after suffering a high ankle sprain last week. We'll test his ankle before the game, but the decision will be made right before the game.
I got him in fantasy. They need to make the decision tonight. Because I got to pick up a quarterback. This is the fuck I'm talking about. Remember McCaffrey? McCaffrey, the day of 5 minutes before the game started, he's not coming out.
But the thing is, this is why it's important, Frank, to check Twitter every single day because he was questionable and doubtful 2 days before the game.
But you know what's crazy? They crucified the running back Mason when he said, I knew Friday I was going to start. I knew Friday I was going to start. And they were like, no, he ain't know. Shanahan's like, I didn't tell him that. Maybe one of the trainers did that to get him motivated. No, y'all knew that McCaffrey wasn't going to play, but y'all didn't want to say that because y'all didn't want to look stupid and you didn't want people to prepare for not having McCaffrey. So you waited to the last minute to make
the bets and also bets. Yeah. These millionaires making bets.
Yeah, so. I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is crazy. Mm-hmm. But Jawan Jennings, pick him up. I should have, I had him and I dropped him Because I was like, man, he don't get no fucking play. And look, my dumb ass, but I got
Did-
made though.
No, let me tell you the trade request June sent me that I declined instantly.
Hey,
You tell me if this makes sense to you.
yeah, for the viewers.
I said, June, I'm not a dumb bitch. This is not my first year playing.
Oh, you're not a bitch either.
I said, and it's not my first year playing fantasy. You can't fool me. He said, oh, they're going to be good for you. So, all right, you ready? So he wanted Devontae Smith and Eckler. Devontae Smith and Eckler. You know who he was going to give me? Mr. 0 points in fantasy, Keon Coleman. Right? I know that's my baby, but Keon Coleman, hold on. I'm not done. Zach Ertz. And who was the other one? And somebody else that's not giving him shit on his bench. I said, Jim, you want me to give Devontae Smith to you when A.J. Brown is out and he's the main target?
And he said, yeah.
He said, well, no, because those three, they're going to pin out. And no, Jim. I said, I'm not taking advice from someone who came in last place last year.
No, first off, you know, I got Keon Coleman too. I've drafted him.
I know, but you're going to give me Devontae Smith? I mean, you want me to give you Devontae Smith and I take Keon Coleman?
That's at least 6 points. Coleman hasn't even averaged 6 points all season. Like, no.
And I got to get a new tight end because I got Kittle.
But yeah, that's crazy. All these injuries. Nick, you got anything to say about these injuries?
I mean, you said what you had to say. You don't do preseason. You just got to warm your body up. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, preseason, like you said, it's just to see it. It's not for you to be proficient. Now it's time for you to be proficient. Now you out. You hurting yourself. You ain't hurting us. We watching it regardless.
Yeah.
You know, it's your profession to be out there and do what you got to do. It's unfortunate.
I
mean, they know better. It's all right.
They do, and they do it how they want to do it because they want to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? But hey, deal with injuries now. Go ahead and get it.
All right, and next we have some pictures. Hold on. I'm picking up Cole Kmet.
I had him. I dropped him. I
had Kittle. Well,
I'm about to give up on Swift too because Bears ain't doing shit, man. I thought Swift was gonna eat like he did with the Eagles, but then it's the team, you know.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so let me get these pictures are good today. We got some good pictures today. Okay, so we'll start with these, then that, then that, then that, then that, then that, then that. We have a total of, and the last picture is the best one. So we have a total of 18, so it shouldn't take that long. And then we'll do predictions. All right, so the first one, these are the top 10 interior D linemen in the NFL going into week 3. So do we agree with this list?
I really can't answer because I haven't been tracking the numbers. I'm assuming this is right. I don't know, you know.
So the plus and minuses is who, like, how many spots they went up or went down.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, it looks right to me.
Yeah, I can't speak on it because I'm not tracking it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looks right to me. Sexy Dexy's top 2.
Like, so. I know Quinnen Williams came through on Thursday, but he came against an offensive line with rookies in it, you know? So
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, top 10 off-ball linebackers.
I guess so.
Yeah, so we're just gonna say I guess. It looks right. This is going into week 3, so yeah.
Good to see Bobby Wagner there. I like Bobby Wagner, man.
Top 10 cornerbacks going into week 3.
Cornerbacks?
Yep.
Sauce, yeah. I like Sauce. Sertan's up there. McDuffie, who's the main guy now in the Chiefs. Yeah, I think this is good. You know what? You know what kills me about this, right? Is that some of these guys ain't really seen no real competition. So they gonna eat early. I want to see this by like week 8. Let's see what they looking like by week 8 when you done play some motherfuckers and shit, you know?
Yeah. All right, and then top 10 edge
Yeah,
rush.
especially with some of the teams that we expect to win, lose them. Of
Yeah.
course, some other people are going to shine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this. Why? He's been eating Hutchinson.
And Hutchinson went up four spots. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
how many 4 sacks yesterday or on Sunday?
I don't know how many he had, but they win
He
it.
had 4. He had a total of 4 on Sunday against the Bucks.
See, I feel Crosby should be a little higher. He should be in the top 5. Crosby, that's me. Crosby's nice.
Who would you take off? Who would you take out?
Bosa. Bosa ain't been saying nothing this year. He's out. He's not even. Is he even?
Well, that's why he didn't increase or he stayed.
Yeah, get him out of there. He ain't no. You gotta make noise.
With TJ, that didn't increase.
Yeah, Crosby's
It's
crazy.
only the people that increase and decrease is real.
TJ Watt sacked somebody by pulling on their shoestring.
Like I just feel like now Micah had a good game, but then when he went up against the Saints, he looked like he wasn't even there. Kamara's running that ball down.
And that's why it's a negative.
Yeah, he went down 2 spots. Yeah, but he's still top 5 though. You know what I'm saying? With Crosby, I don't know.
All righty. Top 5 defenses points allowed going into week 3. So at number 5, the Patriots allowed 33 points. At number 4, the Saints allowed 24 points total. At number 3, the Vikings allowed 23 points. At number 2, the Steelers allowed 16 points total. And at number 1, the Chargers defense allowed 13 points.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that.
Some defense.
That's what I thought. That's why I thought we was gonna do better against the Jets. I was like, our defense gonna hold us down. You know.
No, but I will say this, Frank. I will say this, and we said it on the chat. They called 3 back-to-back holding calls on the Patriots that were not holding calls. It was so, and then remember 2 of the plays y'all were throwing to the new tight end y'all have, and he was first and goal, but then they called him back for holding.
No, I know. But the thing about it is something that, you know, the late great Belichick would say is like you can't he's not dead, y'all. He's just not coaching. Is you can't leave it in the ref's hands. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Can't leave it in the ref's hands.
But big shout out to these 5 defenses, especially the defense that surprises me the most is the Vikings defense. Like the way they had the 49ers defense. I don't know what player it was. I think he was number 40 or something. But the way he picked up Debo and it slammed him down on the ground, the same way your player with the long curly hair did that to Breece Hall.
Yeah.
What's that player's name? It's the same way that motherfucker. And Debo was walking off the field limping.
Listen, listen, y'all, they clown me.
But to me, honestly, that shouldn't have been a personal foul. They said they threw the flag at him because the whistle blew. The one with the long curly hair on your defense that picked up Breece Hall and slammed him.
Oh no, I gotta see it again. I don't know about like that. Got so many people on there. If it ain't Gonzalez,
he got like Troy Polamalu hair.
Yeah, if it ain't Gonzalez, is it Maya or something?
I don't know. I don't know his name. I just know he has a long curly.
If it ain't Gonzalez, I don't know none of them dudes, bro. Like Gonzalez, my dude. Shout out to the Hispanics playing football.
Okay, next photo. Passer ratings through week 2. Justin Fields is at 94.4. Aaron Rodgers at 92.2. Patrick Mahomes is at a 91.9. Lamar Jackson's at an 86.5. Big shout out to Justin Fields, man.
This is one of them stats I said, let me see it after 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
I know, but you gotta give him props. You know?
No, Bree, I'm not giving him props, Bree. No, I'm not doing it. I know that's your team. I like the Steelers, but I'm not giving this mother props.
You said it yourself on fucking Sunday.
No.
Now Justin Fields is playing like a starting quarterback. This is what I expected.
You got it on text message?
You said it on Zoom.
Oh, well, if you ain't recorded, it ain't happened. Listen.
You said it.
Hey, Nikki, she better get me recorded. Look, no, I give him credit because he played okay. He had a few games.
Yeah, he's playing okay. But I'm not saying he's the best. He's top 5.
No, you're not saying that either.
But a lot of people didn't expect him to do.
But this is why I don't like these stats, right? Even Aaron Rodgers, bro, the motherfucker finally threw for 207 yards on Thursday. And we giving him praises. He threw for 107 yards. Look,
but I'm not giving him praises because he's been in the league since 1863. He knows what to do. He has a Super Bowl ring. He's supposed to.
I feel that some of these guys, and no, but you know what? This is one of them stats where the numbers are what they are. You know what? Shout out to them. I ain't even argue it. Shout out. Go ahead and get it.
This was funny. So, Jerome Ford from the Browns said that Jameis Winston calls plays in the huddles like he has a surprise to tell. I can see him now like, hey guys, come here.
Yo, leave Jameis alone. Jameis he is a clown.
Did you see his fast food ranking he did for Bleacher Report on TikTok?
No.
I have to say that to you. It's so he was like, you know, like the filter, and he like you rank the foods, like you don't know which one is coming next. And McDonald's came up and he's like, ooh, McDonald's. That's my number 2. Alrighty. Next. Which quarterback will win the Super Bowl first? Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott.
I hate
to me, the only one who went to the Super Bowl. And
yeah, I was gonna say, and I hate to say this, but the only one that probably will win one first before them is gonna be Jalen.
Jalen, yes.
Don't
be. I hate to say this. It's
no, because I want to say Lamar. I want to say Lamar. I want to say I want to say Lamar. I want to scream Lamar. Like, yo, Lamar's going to do it. And,
right.
You know, when they got Derrick Henry, a lot of us thought like, oh, this is going to be great. This is what they need.
I was going to say something so fucked up, but I decided not to say it because it's not a funny joke.
But now it's like.
You know them dark humor jokes?
Jalen's got the team, and Dak Prescott, we know what he is. Him and Lamar are the same.
I was going to say Bryce Young probably going to win a Super Bowl.
No. Never know. Hey, look, Nick Foles won one.
Yeah.
Nick Foles won one. So let's
let Bryce Young be the backup for Jalen.
Yeah.
Take him to the Eagles. Give him Kenny Pickett. Give the Carolina Panthers Kenny Pickett.
Let me tell you something. Anybody that goes to the Eagles, that's a good quarterback. And when I say good, can read, make the right throws, not give the game away, is going to be successful. Eagles are stacked. Between Barkley, between the tight end, the wide receivers, they're stacked.
Next. So this is the first question, and then I have a second question to it. Which 0-2 team is the best? You can only pick one.
Oh, you know who I'm going with.
Joe Burrow, because you think he's the next Tom Brady.
No, I just like him. It's gonna be Joe motherfucking Shiesty.
Joe Burrow.
Think about it. Look at this, right? They lost. They lost against the Chiefs. They did.
They lost because of PI.
But not only that, but they lost because they didn't do what they had. He fumbled. Let's call it what it is. He fumbled. But look at the improvement he had from week 1 to week 2.
Week 1 to week 2, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the dude threw 2 touchdown passes that wasn't Jamar Chase. So out of all these teams, I think he still has pieces that he could work with. That's why I'm gonna say him. I'm gonna go Bengals. That's me. Nikki, who you got?
Which 0-2 team is the best? You can only pick one.
I gotta look at the list of who.
It's on the screen.
I see it. The best which is the best? Look. Let me be honest. It's the Jaguars, right? I'm gonna tell you what. I think the Jaguars, the Ravens, and I'm gonna have to say the Bengals. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. First, I'm gonna start with the Bengals.
One, but you gotta pick.
Okay, I know. I did. Obviously, I picked the Jag. That was the first one, but I'm gonna talk about all three. Right? The Bengals. I saw the improvement in week 2. You know what I'm saying? They scared the shit out of them Chiefs. Okay. Look, Patrick couldn't run that fast on that field when that field goal went in. Okay, so that's good. The Ravens have it. They have it. I don't know. And what I mean by have it is they have the pieces. What are they doing with Derrick Henry? Because
John Harbaugh says that he didn't sign Derrick Henry to run the ball 3,000 times. So,
No, but that's what Derrick Henry does. He runs the ball 3,000 times, right? And I'm not saying that you need to utilize him only at that, but that's his. He's a running back. Let him run the damn. That's his job. Okay. And then I'll say this about the Jags, right? I want to say we're the worst and the best. The only reason why I say that is I just don't understand how we win games. I mean, we're leading the entire game until the end thinking. It makes no sense for the Browns to have 13, was it 13 penalties, almost 100 yards, and they still win the game? No. That doesn't tell me that the Browns are good. It just tells me that we don't got our shit together. If we did, I think we'd be in a better position. Same thing with week 1. We were leading all the way to the fourth quarter. One. I don't want to, because it's not Etienne's fault, but it happens, and we lost the game. Come on now, you got to do better. You're not showing me that the other teams are better. You're just showing me how imperfect and how y'all can't finish the game. That's what I got.
all right. So the second question, part 2 question is, which 0-2 team should be worried? You can only pick one.
To me, it's the Ravens.
So, but should be worried going into week 3. So, for example,
the Panthers.
The Ravens play the Cowboys. Yay or nay?
No, I don't want to talk about that right now. I mean,
the Panthers play the Raiders. The Panthers play the Raiders. The Broncos play the Bucks. The Rams play the 49ers. That game is just that game, right? We ain't going to count that game. Jags play the Bills. Colts play the Bears. Titans play the Packers. New York plays the Browns. And Bengals play the Commanders. So which team should be worried going into week 3?
The Jags. The Jags.
Are we talking about teams that actually care, that have a chance of doing something, or are we just talking about anybody?
These 0-2, out of these teams that are on the screen, which 0-2 team should be worried going into week 3 with who they're playing?
I can't answer that right now.
The Jags. I'm gonna tell you why.
I think the Ravens, but go ahead, Nikki. You go first. I'll go second.
So originally I said the Ravens, but I changed my mind. I say the Jags. I say the Jags only because the Bills, they're not even taking names. They just come and doing what they got to do and be like, all right, next. Mm-hmm. The only reason why I'm not worried about the Ravens because they're two competitive teams. You get what I'm saying? The Cowboys got embarrassed last week. And to me, for real, it's a 50-50 game with them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and I mean it in the nicest way, but if the Jags don't turn it around, we're done.
So I agree. I agree with her. I'm not going to say she's wrong. I just went Ravens because I feel like the Ravens need to do something. Right now, they're playing the Cowboys. Cowboys need to win. If not, they're losing 2 games back-to-back. Ravens need to win because if not, they lost 3 games back-to-back in that division. So while we thought it was the toughest division in football, it's turning out that it's not, but this is still early. If the Bengals F around and win this weekend, which they should, now they're 1-2. Mm-hmm. And the next few weeks, the next few a couple of weeks for them is pretty easy games that they should win. So the Ravens got to get on the board sometime. I do agree with Nikki though. The Jags need to make an impact. But I think it's more they need to do something because if not, listen, the media's going to start talking. They're going to start talking. Notice they ain't saying nothing about Joe Burrow losing 2 games in a row. But every time the Jags lose or something goes wrong, they pull up Trevor's last 7 games. Them stats is going out there, and owners don't like looking bad. GMs don't want to lose their job, and head coaches thinking, listen, I ain't going to tie my future to your losing ass. Get the hell out of here. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? So
they have to win. If they don't, it's landslide. Houston is going to win the division. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Houston won't win the division. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they have to. The only promising thing for me is this, and I can't even say it's promising because I'm a realist. The last two times we played the Bills, we beat them. Right? But it's not the same Bills team. You know what I mean? And I say that so loosely because before I'm like, they got this, they got this, they got that. But for some reason, the glue is gluing right now. Okay. And again, we find ways to play well and then just don't know how to punch it out. This is the time, this is our turnaround time. Because guess what? If the Bills lose, we take no skin off their back. If we lose, we're done.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Yeah, I mean that's a valid point. Hey, look, hey, Bree, she dropping signs today. Look, hey, y'all, America, listen, let me tell y'all something. This is the first episode I can't even rebuttal her. She's changing my mind. I don't know what Nikki did. Did you eat cereal this morning? What you did that you coming with the points today? You come with the facts. She's hitting us with, you know what, America? God, Jesus.
Round of applause for Nikki.
Yeah, let's give her, hey, I don't know, them selects got you, they teaching you something, but she can't hear me. But America, she doing great. She'll be back. Let's go ahead to the next question, Bree.
Me, I would say the Ravens.
Oh yeah, you too. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so and then same thing that you said. Like the Cowboys, they're not gonna lose 2 games back to back. They're playing the Cowboys at home, maybe it's Dallas. I'm not sure. But I agree with everything that you said.
Sorry, I had an Amber Alert and cannot hear anything.
Oh, them things be annoying. It's good for families, you know.
Yeah. So
hold up, Bree. I'm sorry to cut you off. What I asked on offsides was which 0-2 team has a chance to turn around, and which 2-0 team are pretenders, and which ones are contenders. That was the question I asked, and me and June talked about it because it was just me and June on that day. But anyways, anyway, go ahead. Sorry, take it away. Take it away.
So the AFC standings after week 2. So AFC East, Buffalo, then New England, then New York, then Miami. It's going to change because New England and Jets just played Thursday, but we're only recording based off of week 2. AFC North, Pittsburgh in the lead, then the Browns, and then Baltimore, and then Cincinnati. Okay, AFC South, you have Houston Texans in the lead, then Colts, then Jacksonville, then Tennessee. In the AFC West, you have the Chargers at number 1, Kansas City at number 2, Vegas at number 3, and Denver at last place. So what are your thoughts going into week 2? I think I'm going to do this every week. And Frank's going to say the same thing every week. It's still early.
No, Buffalo is surprising a lot of people. And we had this conversation not only on play call and offsides. What is Josh Allen going to look out without Diggs? And a lot of us felt, oh, it's probably over. A lot of us felt, hey, he can turn it around. This might be what he needs. And one thing about Buffalo is he's putting that team on his back. Now, with that being said, how often can he do that and when? That's the question, right? That's the question that's going to determine how far they go. The Jets, if Aaron Rodgers plays at the level he played on Thursday and not turn the ball over, just get the yards he needs, get to the right people, the defense steps up like they did, then the Jets could be a problem in the East. As far as the North, I'm not buying Pittsburgh, Bree. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna wait. Now, come week 10, I might change my mind.
That's fine.
But I gotta see.
I remember in 2020, we were 1-0. I'm not buying it. When it was just me and you doing Frank Prison. Hey, 2-0, not buying it. 3-0, not buying it. 4-0, I'm still not buying it. 5-0, I'm still not buying it. 6-0, I'm not buying it. 7-0, I'm not buying it. 8-0, okay, they might be contenders. 9-0, Pittsburgh is the real deal. But you can go back and listen on Frank's unsolicited advice. That's what
but you have Big Ben. You have Big Ben there. That's the difference. Big Ben at his old age was still better than Justin Fields. Okay.
But you want to know what the difference is and why we're 2-0?
Your defense is saving your life?
No. Say why, Bree? Why?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Why, Bree?
Because of me.
Well, listen, going back to the question, I think I I expect this to change drastically here soon. The South.
I have a question for you. Hypothetically,
Mhm.
hypothetically speaking, by like week 7, let's say Pittsburgh is 7-0. What would you say? Are you still not buying it?
It'll be hard. I'm gonna tell you why. The only reason why, and you know what's gonna make me change my mind about Pittsburgh is I gotta see a drastic change at quarterback. Meaning, Fields has to be playing a lot better, and they got to be winning games because of him, not in spite of him. So,
no, I agree. But we can agree together that he did play better from week 1. Because you said it.
Yeah, no, he did play better. What I'm saying is, my concern with your team isn't now. Is the schedule the half end of the schedule when y'all playing these teams that by that time should be playing lights out, right?
Now I got a game plan for that. You know you're gonna see me on Hard Knocks, right? Because we're filming in season. So when you see my game plan when the season come out, I don't want to hear shit, Frank.
Yeah, you know, hey, listen, I have no problem admitting when I was wrong. But,
no, but everything is because of me. I just want to let you know.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you a credit. The AFC South, listen, I said the Texans gonna win that joint. Hey, I said the Texans gonna win it. 2-0, not surprised. Not surprised. What I am surprised about Jacksonville being 0-2. Now that I'm surprised about. Colts and Tennessee, no, I don't care. But like Nikki said, and this is why she sold me, because she did. If the Texans keep winning and the Jags keep losing, hey, they might as well just go ahead and be the ball boys for the Texans, because that's the only way they're gonna see the playoffs. And in the West, Chiefs are gonna run that shit. We don't know how long the Chargers are gonna jump it, and Vegas is not too bad. So I like it. Let's see how it goes.
We know, Frank. We know. When the Chargers catch that L on Sunday and the Steelers go 3-0.
I'm picking Chargers, B. I hate to say that. I'm going Chargers. Now, if
Herbo with a high ankle sprain.
If Herbo, he could throw the ball. Yeah. Mahomes beat teams on a high ankle sprain. Won the whole Super Bowl on a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. If he don't play, I'm gonna say the first half of our season is a Mickey Mouse run.
That's fair. And if you said that, I respect it.
I'm dead ass serious. Hey, but guess what? A win is a win, so I'm taking it, All right, now here's the NFC division standings after week 2. Washington 1-1, then Philly, then Dallas, then the New York Giants. NFC North, Minnesota 2-0, then Detroit, then Chicago, then Green Bay. NFC South, New Orleans 2-0, then Tampa, then Atlanta, then Carolina. NFC West, Seattle 2-0, then Arizona, then San Fran, then the Rams.
Listen, man, they laughed at me on offsides. We got into like this debate, and I said, "Yo, the Saints gonna win the South," and they laughed at me. They did. They laughed at me. And look, right now 2-0. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but the Saints weren't a bad team. They just didn't have the right coaches in place.
And that new offensive coordinator is magnificent for Derek Carr.
And the East, this is surprising because Philly should have been running with this shit. It should have been Philly and Dallas on top. But in the North, oh, God.
But do you know why Washington is above Philly?
Because they beat the Giants in the head-to-head?
They beat a team in their division, that's why.
Yeah. No, I think this is good. We knew San Francisco being in third is crazy and Seattle being 2-0. But you know what? This is just how it goes. And like I said, it's early. So, yeah, I like this. Let's see what happens. Because if Kirko turns up, that might be a closer game in the South than we know.
Mm-hmm. And if Baker still keeps cooking.
Yeah.
Baker still keeps baking.
Baker's cooking, bro. At home with Baker. That's my dude.
And I'm going to need Sam Darnold to still keep cooking, too. So. All right, passing leaders going into week 3, you have Brock Purdy with 550 yards, Gardner Minshew with 533 yards, and Matthew Stafford with 533 yards.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna give Gardner.
Shout out to Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a shout out. That's what I'm gonna give a shout out to because Purdy been to a Super Bowl and 2 NFC championships. You know, Stafford won a Super Bowl, but Minshew got dissed, yo. Let me tell you how they did Minshew. Minshew's that girl that you guys get rid of because she wasn't really all that, but she was okay. But then they saw this new toy and they were like, yo, she looks so beautiful. She's got good skin, nice body. I'm gonna go get her because she's gonna upgrade me. And you know, at times she gives you this glimpse of hope, like, yo, she's gonna be the woman I want her to be. While Minshew out here just doing his thing, winning. And he's that girl that, you know what, is steadfast, wholesome, takes care of her man, does what she does, and she's gonna thrive and win. While, you know, Sunshine over there losing. Shout out to Minshew for being number 2, actually tied for second with Stafford at 533. So I like this. This is, you know, my man Brock Purdy though. He gonna get 60 mil a year come next year. Watch.
Yeah, I'm proud of Brock, right? Um, I don't know if Brock is a solid QB1. He'd probably be a 1.5. You know, he ain't at 1, but he's better than the 2. You know what I mean? Like smidge better than the 2. So good for him, right?
Yo, you disrespectful.
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm so proud of him, right? Gardner Minshew. You know, originally with the 904 boy. 904, yeah. That is Jacksonville. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
we
get
you
confused
know.
with 901 sometimes. All right. Hey, Minshew, my dog. Okay, that's it.
All right. Who would you rather have as a coach of your team? John Harbaugh or Mike Tomlin? I can't answer this question. They're best friends, by the way. They spend every Thanksgiving together, their family. So
No, yeah,
they're both wins.
you told me that that they're friends. I you know, this is tough, man, because Tomlin's never had a losing season, but Harbaugh has 2 rings, I think, right?
Mike Tomlin has 2 rings, 2
But
Super Bowls.
not as a head coach.
One as a defensive coordinator, one as a head coach, and
Yeah,
then 2 appearances as a head coach.
yeah. I don't know, man. This is tough. It's tough.
Just pretend it's Black History Month. Who are you picking?
That's messed up. That's so messed up. But I probably go Harbaugh. I'm gonna go Harbaugh.
Okay. I respect that. I like John Harbaugh.
Yeah. I mean, they both great. I don't know. Harbaugh, yeah. He went with Flacco.
He went with Ben.
Yeah, but Ben's better than Flacco. Yeah, you saying that like Ben was bad.
You're right. I'm kidding. I'm going with Michael Petway Tomlin.
Not the pet way.
That's his middle name.
I know, I'm just saying.
Born March 15, 1972, the day before me, and 32 years older than me, or 22 years older than me. That's what I'm going with. Nikki, who would you rather have coach your team? Omar Epps or Brock Purdy? Don't John Harbaugh look like Brock Purdy?
Yeah, like an older version.
Omar Epps or Brock Purdy?
I don't know. Whoever came out, we'll welcome them in. Don't really matter to me.
I didn't hear what she said.
She said go Jags.
All right, the undefeated. So who on the undefeated side is the best? Me personally, it's a toss-up between the Bucks and the Saints, but I'm gonna go Bucks.
Who's
I think
best?
I'm gonna go Buccaneers.
That's a good question. So my natural instinct would be to go with the Chiefs, right? They're the defending Super Bowl champs, going a 3-peat. But I'm not. I'm actually gonna go with who I think is all around just good right now, and I'm gonna go Texans. I'm gonna go Texans.
Okay.
I think the
Good.
defense is good,
Mhm.
offense is good, special teams, the coach is good. They haven't needed a bullshit pass interference call to win a game, and they don't have all the drama with the Swifties, and
That makes sense.
you
That
know,
makes
I go Texans.
I think just I don't I think also though, Frank, but I know what your situation week 1 and week 2, you really haven't been able to catch the Buccaneers games. But I need you to watch it this weekend because the team overall is playing perfect, dominating. Like it's crazy how well Baker Mayfield is doing like in these first 2 games. His game against the Lions, like that was a standing ovation game for me. Me personally, I think the Buck. Yours is my opinion. Yours is the Texans. Nikki,
I know you have to agree with Frank. It's the Texans to me, and right now I like the way the Bills are playing. So they're probably my top two, but it's the Texans. I think they're winning undeniably. Like there's no question, like, and I think that's good. Even if they have to like, put in their best work, it's undeniably that they're winning.
all right. Would you rather win Super Bowls as a role player or make the Hall of Fame with no rings?
Don't ask me that question.
You have to answer that question.
Obviously, it's winning the Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I will only think. I don't know. You win the Super Bowl. I know one thing is making the Hall of Fame, but sometimes it's just timing too. If you put in enough work and timing come around, that's good. But winning the Hall of Fame and having really nothing to show for it besides, and I don't know, for me, besides the jacket, sometimes it's like, bro, I could be still considered a fluke.
So here's what I'm gonna say, and Nikki, I think that's a good point. I don't know what's going on today with the universe, but we're agreeing a lot. And no, people, we do not have a relationship going. We're just friends. Um, there's a difference between winning Super Bowls and not playing a role in those Super Bowls, and winning Super Bowls
And being a role player.
in the Super Bowls, right? Edelman is a role player in the Super Bowls.
His pictures right there.
Yep. And he, in my opinion, right? And it's not because it's Edelman, but he brought up the conversation. Ain't too many players like Edelman. Play defense, special teams, wide receiver, even quarterback, all that good stuff. Super Bowl MVP, had yardage. I think he was second to Jerry Rice for a while in playoff yards. And it's crucial in them playoff runs to the Super Bowl wins in his career when he started and took over for Wes Welker. And I always say this. I think that if it was him trying to catch that pass in the Super Bowl against the Giants, he would have caught it, not dropped it like Welker. So I'm gonna go with that side. But I don't like this question because you take a person like Fitzgerald, who probably stayed with the Cardinals because he was a pillar in that community and never wanted to leave because he's a homer. So he sacrificed probably going to a team to win a ring to stay with the team that drafted him. You know what I'm saying? So, I think in this one I'm gonna go win Super Bowls as a role player. Because for me, all that matters is the postseason. But Nikki said something that's so true. It's timing. There's been a lot of teams that the Pats bumped off, the Steelers bumped off, the Colts bumped off, the Ravens bumped off, that, never made it. And they had a great career. They just wasn't going to make it.
So you're picking winning the Super Bowl as a role player?
Hell yeah, girl. I'm always going to go Super Bowl rings. He got 3.
I'm going to win Super Bowls as a role player. Because I would rather be talked about and be part of Super Bowl's greatest hits over and over and over versus how is this person in the Hall of Fame? They ain't do shit with their career. Okay.
I mean, that's real though. That's real.
Both in their primes, who would you rather build a team around?
Big Ben. That's not even a question. Why you even put that? I don't know where you found this at, but you shouldn't even put it up here. Big Ben. 3 Super Bowls, 2 rings, winning record, not a 500 quarterback. I think he has better numbers than Aaron Rodgers. While you bullshitting, he played through 18 years, and he was on a team that's really known for their defense and running the ball first. So you know what I'm saying? To me, it's always going to be Ben over Eli.
Don't forget he carried a 300-pound lineman like a backpack.
Yeah,
for first down.
that's what I'm
face, Nikki.
Because I thought it was water that I got, and it's like sparkling water. And I filled it to the brim. And just took a sip, and I was like, why have you forsaken me, Lord? This is nasty. Weird. Okay.
Who are you picking, Nikki?
So I have to say Ben, just because I never seen Eli play. But you know, the unfortunate thing for me is by the time I watched Ben, I thought Ben should have retired well before then too. So I'm only picking Ben because that's the only person I actually seen play. But if I had a third option that I seen play, I probably would pick the third person too if they played better. Bitch, I'm sorry, better.
All right, let's add a third option from like their time. Let's add.
I can't even think of one right now. I mean,
What's that?
So the person that I thought retired when he should have, like, I'm gonna tell you, the person I thought that I saw the decline, but I still retired. To me, not at his peak, but at a good time was Breeze, right? I would pick Breeze over Ben. I'll pick Breeze over Eli. I don't know how Eli plays. But I do think
I don't know what is going on today in America. Let me tell you something. But
it's that sparkling water that
but Nikki is dropping gems, yo. Look at
that sparkling water filled up to the brim.
You know what, man?
This thing is disgusting. I just took a sip right here.
I don't even.
It's that sparkling water.
Yeah, I ain't even going.
Whatever.
I ain't even gonna say nothing. She's hitting the takes hard body.
Whatever's in that chlorine pool.
Yeah, yo. Let me tell you something. Hey, I don't know what I ain't gonna say nothing what Tango Kilo doing, but all I do know is that today you came with the bangers. Listen, she said Breeze. I can't even argue. I agree. Breeze. Yeah. Not only him winning,
Andy.
Huh?
Andy.
And Andy.
Andrew Luck.
Oh yeah, Andrew Luck was. Yeah, but injuries took him out. That I didn't bring him up because of that. But
Andrew Luck will forever be iconic because you retired the day before week 1 game, walking to the plane. and you asked nicely to let nobody in the media know you were retiring until right before the game started.
Mm-hmm.
And it was announced 15 minutes before the game kicked off that you retired.
Look, Luck was the man. I'm sorry. And it's sad that he wasn't able to stay in long enough and probably win a chip, but Luck was dope. But going back to what Nikki said, I think Breeze is somebody that you got to put respect.
Yeah. Oh, always.
Just his story too, getting hurt on the Chargers, getting, basically traded. They didn't want him, so they let him go.
The Super Bowl with the Saints.
Yep, and bringing a chip to that city and bringing respect to the Aints, that they went from the Aints to the Saints. So, yeah, that's another one. But the question here is between Ben and Eli. I'm going Ben.
All right. This is just Ryan Leaf. He looks just like Joe Burrow, doesn't he?
I thought it was a white version of Dak Prescott, but okay.
No. All right, name the most random starting quarterback that you could think of. Just think of anybody who started as quarterback that's super random.
Um,
I don't know nobody.
damn, I had this name random. Bart Scott.
What?
Bart
I
Starr.
don't know his name, but Frank, remember in 2020 when me and you first started the podcast and it was either the Bears or the Broncos. It was one of those two orange and blue teams. They all their quarterbacks were injured and their offensive coordinator asked if he could suit up and play, and they
I,
told him no.
I
But they
think
went and they got the kicker off the practice squad who played middle school quarterback, and
I
they had him start.
I think it was the Bears, yo.
It was one of those origin breath. That is the most random quarterback I could think of. Was the practice squad kicker that played middle school quarterback that they said he has experience. Put him in.
They was I remember that game too. I remember that game. I remember.
Oh my god. That's the most random quarterback I could think of was that kicker who played middle school quarterback, and they had him start that game because all their quarterbacks were out, and the offensive coordinator asked, "Can he play as?"
I remember that. They were talking on the sidelines about it. Dude wanted to come in
I
the game.
remember Frank was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that shit took me out.
Yeah, I'll say Bart Scott too. This Ryan Leaf guy looks just like Joe Burrow.
I don't even know this dude.
I don't know. He's a random quarterback, but he looks like Joe Burrow.
You look, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It look more like Derek Carr to me.
I don't. It's the eyes and the eyebrows give me Joe Burrow. Because Joe Burrow looks like the actor who plays Pennywise, Skarsgård.
I don't know. I think Joe just into his hair. I can't see.
All right, last picture. If Tom Brady never played football, who would be the GOAT at quarterback?
In that time frame,
We'll do all time. We'll do in that time frame and all time. So we'll do from 2002 to present, and then we'll do all time. So first we'll do 2002 to present.
02 to present.
You think Peyton, maybe?
Yeah, it probably would be Peyton. It would be Peyton. His numbers are better. Five NFL MVPs, 2 Super Bowls on 2 different teams. Well, 1 Super Bowl on 2 different teams. 3 Super Bowl appearances. If it wasn't for Brady, he probably would have won more Super Bowls, to be honest. So, yeah, I think Peyton, and before that,
No, but yeah, if it wasn't for Brady, but if it also wasn't for Philip Rivers too,
yeah.
because the Chargers used to knock out the Broncos or the Colts, the Colts back then when in like wild card divisional rounds and stuff.
If you're looking at all time, it'd be Montana. It'd definitely be Montana with 4. I mean, if it wasn't based on rings, some people say Marino. Hell, some people.
If it was based on rings, you'll say Montana.
Yeah,
If it
definitely.
was based on rings, I'll say.
Girl, you better not. Let me get back to saying some serious shit. John Elway's another one that people consider to be great.
Frank, who was I gonna say?
Terry Bradshaw.
The real TB12. If it wasn't for Tom Brady, there would only be one TB12 in the NFL, and that would have been Terry Bradshaw, number 12.
Breeds a homer, y'all. If y'all don't know this by now. No, but if yeah, this is interesting for me. Because I've been watching football for a long time, and I actually watch shit that I probably shouldn't be watching because who cares? But this is a good question, man. Because a lot of people could argue Elway. He went to 5 and then won 2 back to back.
Argue Joe Montana.
Yeah,
a lot
Montana.
of people argue Dan Marino. A lot of people could argue Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean,
Johnny
I,
Unitas.
I could argue.
Johnny Unitas.
Terry Bradshaw was a good freaking quarterback in the 70s, though. So
Yeah, he was good at his time. Yeah.
yeah, he won 4 Super Bowls. Like
Yeah.
it's just four, the same amount as Joe Montana. It's just four.
Yeah,
They're
right.
just different. They're just different time eras where rules were different.
Yeah, and you guys won y'all shit back to back and back to back. It was actually repeats. But
with no calls from a headset, no none of that.
and that's why I think but this question is interesting. But if you know, to keep the podcast going and get people to listen, I'm going Montana without Brady doing what he did, you know. Now if Mahomes goes in there and wins 3 back to back without Brady, then I would say Mahomes, because clearly he's doing something that isn't being done right now. But I mean, yeah. Shout out to Bree's friend, can't think of his name now.
Kenny Pickford.
Yeah, Pickford. So you know.
Brandon.
Hey y'all, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give him a shout out because he could come watch it later. So I don't know who's seen you know when you argue with somebody and you say something and they don't have a comeback. They don't have a comeback.
Most randomest shit ever.
Yeah, so they'd be like, yo, your sneakers is whack. Yeah, talking about football, you know, like, or he'll bring up something crazy, like, you know, Welker should have caught the pass. We're like, we're talking about your team. So like this is like the most ass backwards shit. Like he's an Eagles fan, but roots for the Chiefs because he's a Mahomes fan. And argues for them like that's his team. But you know, it was after the defensive pass interference. We was like, oh, they go to Chiefs getting hooked up again. And he got so mad. And he was like, yo,
fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah, fuck Tom Brady. And we're like, well, Brady's not even playing.
We're like, Brady retired. Where did that
like
come?
he's not even in the he's calling games now. Well, you know, shout out to Pickford, man. I'm gonna tag you. You know, Bree gonna send it to you so you can listen to it.
Yes, and then he got to play bus. Y'all got me drinking brown. No, you decided to drink.
For real, like, you a whole grown man.
Tequila drinker.
You got kids, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You gotta own your shit. But anyway,
little baby. All right, and that is it. And now we are going to do our picks for week 3.
Where did Nikki go?
I don't know. She got out her car. Let me try to find this clip for you, Frank.
Oh, it's crazy.
What happened?
I guess there was boxing in England or somewhere. Yeah, Wembley. And I want to say this is that heavyweight British boxer Josh. I can't see the name. Got knocked out. Daniel Dubois caught him with a straight right and put him down. Like he couldn't even get up. It was so embarrassing. But yeah, I guess we could.
They said Isaiah Pacheco's replacement.
No way. No way. You know, going back to you know, just to kill some time until she gets back in the car because I didn't know she was getting out. That thing with CJ Stroud and Caleb, man. You know, some people like, oh, he just lost. He knew Stroud was mic'd up. Maybe he didn't want to have the conversation right then and there. But it just comes off like, you know, like he wasn't trying to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't trying to get the advice and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I like CJ. I do. And I'm gonna give CJ a piece of advice, bro. You know what? Go out there and win every game because that way you can look at him like, dummy, you should have took the advice. Stupid.
You want to hear a crazy stat?
What?
So Indiana Fever made the playoffs for the first time since like 2014.
Yeah.
So it costs more to attend Caitlin Clark's first playoff game on Sunday than it costs to attend every 2023 NBA Finals playoffs games combined.
So This is where I get upset with people. And I know it ain't football, it's basketball. So let's, but we like talking about sports every now and then. Get that girl props, bro. Like, she ain't had to be the best this year. She just had to
Most
beat it.
points in a season in WNBA history. Most 3-pointers in a season in WNBA history. Most assists in a season, in a rookie season in WNBA history. Led her team to the playoffs for the first time in 10 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. Give her props, yo. Like, I hate when they hate on her. I do. And it's because she's white. If she wasn't white, if it was Angel Reese doing that, forget about it.
But she's also not an appealing girl to look at.
Yeah, that's I didn't want to say that. That's the first thing that came to my
I
mind.
think she's beautiful, but I think her personality and the way she carries herself is beautiful. But there's something I got to tell you when we're done recording that you're gonna be like, what the, it's funny when it comes to her. So we're gonna do our picks. Nikki's back in the car. Let me pull up the the picks.
Yeah, because you watching the game tonight, Colorado play or no?
Yeah, I'm not fucking watching Florida State play, even though I'm wearing Florida State.
Oh, I didn't know they was even getting a primetime game. I thought they played at 10 o'clock this morning.
Well, they're playing now, but 7 p.m., So, alrighty. So we already got our Thursday's game. June is the only one who picked the Jets. So on Sunday, September 22nd, Chargers at Pittsburgh. Nikki.
Chargers.
Frank.
Chargers.
Okay.
Now, of course, if Justin Herbert don't start, I'm gonna regret this decision ASAP. But if he's starting, I think Chargers gonna win.
Okay. Next, we have Texans at Vikings.
Texans.
Nikki. Oh, I went Steelers. My first pick.
Yeah, I figured that.
In case y'all didn't know, I'm going.
We do. I wasn't gonna ask you.
First home game. Yeah, first home game. I'm going us. So. Texans.
She going Samantha, so she going Vikings.
Oh, you already know. Hold on, why am I thinking with that right there? You already know I went team Samantha fucking Darnold, but I also went Vikings because of how well their defense has been playing the last 2 weeks. Scary. Next we have Eagles at Saints. Frank.
Oh, see, I'm hung up. I'm going Eagles, just to let you know I'm going Eagles.
I went Eagles.
But man, Saints and they're at home. But I just feel Eagles can't lose another one, bro. They can't. If they give up 2 in a row,
that's crazy. Nikki, there's some good matchups this week.
If they give up 2 in a row, they got to put a suicide watch on June. Just want to let you know.
I'm going Saints.
Okay. Next, we have Broncos at Bucks. I went Bucks.
Oh, Bucks. Broncos at Bucks.
Nikki.
Buccaneers.
What are you eating?
Chipotle and some honey bun and some hot fries with some water.
All right.
I'm washing it down with water.
Next is Packers at Titans. Frank.
Packers.
I went Pac-Mans too. Nikki.
Packers.
I'm gonna ask Nikki a question too, Frank. You already know the answer, but we'll see if Nikki knows it. Next is Giants at Browns. I went Cleveland. Frank.
Yo, I'm going Browns. Yo, Deshaun's gonna start playing for real now because he's scared to lose his job. He knows the only way they're gonna keep him on is if he just plays good. So he's gonna start throwing like 4 touchdowns.
Nikki.
Browns.
Next, we have Bears at Colts. Bears are 1-1. Colts are 0-2. They have Indiana favored by 1 point.
I'm going the Bears.
I went Chicago too. Nikki.
Colts.
Okay. Next, we have Panthers at Raiders. I went Raiders.
Raiders.
Nikki.
Ravens. 24-10.
Next, we have Dolphins at Seattle. I went Seattle.
Dolphins at Seattle. Seattle.
Nikki.
Seattle.
Okay. Next, we have Ravens at Cowboys.
See, this is that one. That's that one.
Yeah, they have Baltimore favored by 1 point. Over under for this game is 47.5.
I'm gonna go Ravens, and I think Henry's gonna have a breakout game this because they didn't call him. He wanted to play for Dallas, and he lives in Dallas, and Dallas didn't call him. So I think he's gonna run that ball so hard, pause, that Mike is not gonna even attack him. He's gonna move out the way. He's gonna be like, oh no, I can't touch him.
Nikki.
I'm going Ravens, but I think it's gonna be a close game.
You know, I'm gonna go Ravens too. If the Ravens lose, we all lose that game. All right. This one's also gonna be a good one. Lions at Cardinals.
Lions at Cardinals. I'm going Lions.
You're going Lions? Okay. Nikki? I went Arizona at home. I don't know, that connection with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler, even though Kyler is like this tall, he has to jump to throw the ball. So it's still working. It works for him.
Well, that's the thing. If they take Marvin Harrison Jr. away, what is he gonna do?
That's true.
I'm Lions.
You want Lions? I want the little guy. All right. This is the hard one. 49ers at Rams with everybody injured.
So, see, that's the tough part, man, because
this is the hard one. Like, this is the one where all of your weapons are out, but not even all of your offensive weapons. The 49ers have Nick Bosa questionable, Fred Warner questionable, and Hufanga questionable.
I don't know, man. I don't see. I'm gonna go 49ers. I'm gonna go. Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna be different today, and I'm gonna go Rams house. Only because, like what you stated earlier, Matthew Stafford has experience, and he will find a way to play without them.
Yeah, I mean I was gonna go Rams for that, but I'm gonna stick with Brock, man. Mr. Irrelevant, Kyle Shanahan, my man Mason, Jawan Jennings, Brandon. I think Brandon Ayuk's gonna shut people up today. He's like, I'm gonna catch balls. Pause.
Nikki?
I'm actually gonna go Rams.
Nice. It's girls versus Frank.
Okay.
We're gonna come for you. Me and Nikki gonna suit up on Sunday and play and watch. Watch us beat the 49ers.
I want you to know that if the 49ers win, when we are in Tampa, I just want a cup of coffee. That's it. Okay.
Oh, we're making a bet. Me and Nikki can't make that bet because we're going to be active on a roster and we're not allowed to bet as football players.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
We will get suspended.
I just know this.
We will get suspended a year.
Okay, I tell you what. If I win, Nikki has to take a double shot straight. No chaser, no ice, no nothing.
Crown apple. Oh, crown apple. Okay.
I didn't even say a word.
Crown apple. Okay.
No, she drinks. That's not gonna impact her. She's gonna.
Yeah, but why? I didn't even say a word. I didn't even say it was girls against Frank, but I'm the one that's getting the penalty.
Because I want you to do it. That's why. So
She's gonna do it regardless because we're all gonna be together. She's still gonna do it regardless. All right. Next is the Chiefs at Atlanta Sunday night game.
I'm going Chiefs. I mean, Atlanta. If Atlanta wins, godly, boy, I tell you, Nikki will be right. It's any given Sunday. I don't know who this person is calling me, but they can leave a message.
Nikki.
Yeah, I got to go to Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Chiefs find some way to win games when the refs help. It don't matter.
But you know what? I went Chiefs.
I bet you it'll be a thunderstorm that they gotta shut it down. I mean, they just find ways. They're good with the Lord.
But Judon and Jesse Bates is gonna fuck them up. We got one more game, Frank, and then you can go.
Yeah, Monday night.
Because
it's Sunday night.
Monday. There's 2 Monday night football games, so we got 2 games to go. Okay, yes. And I'm gonna take my time so you can suffer. The first Monday night game we have Jacksonville Jaguars at at Buffalo. Nikki.
She going Jacks.
Mm-hmm. Frank.
Oh, I'm going Buffalo at home.
It's not at home. They're doing it in London, but okay. But it's still a home game. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Y'all undefeated in London.
We're doing it in London.
That's the only place y'all win. I'm still go Buffalo, man.
No, you guys are playing in Buffalo.
Yeah, because it's Monday. They don't do no overseas games on a Monday. Hell, that Brazil game was only one on Friday they've ever played.
And they had to get approval because the NFL banned games on Saturdays and Sundays, or they signed up a law stating that they will not play an American game on Fridays or Saturdays to give.
Yo.
Yeah, it's in Buffalo, Nikki. It's going to be 70 degrees in Orchid Park, New York. All right. And then I went Bills. And then the next game is Commanders at Cincinnati.
I'm going Cincy.
Okay. I'm going Commanders.
I'm going Cincy. I hate that I give him Panthers the chance.
You can't hate that, man. His numbers get better when he's healthy. It's been proven. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Alrighty, and that is our picks. I will get your picks tonight. Are y'all doing anything tonight?
No, I was gonna tell you, let's get off this. Let me use the bathroom, call the group.
Yeah.
Together. Or we can get on Zoom again and watch the game together. I don't care. Nikki, good question. So let me ask you this question, right, Nikki? If Joe Burrow goes to the playoffs and let's say makes it to the AFC Championship, what are you gonna say then? When he's healthy, he's a winner.
So listen, I come on now. You know me and Joe. You know what I'm saying? I love Joe Shiesty. But all I want you to understand is that you kind of said it earlier, right? When you was trying to shine the light on Trevor, right? When you said the Bengals are 0-2, but nobody says nothing about it. I think because we have so high expectations, not the high expectations, because we know, like for example, you just said, oh, if he's healthy, like we give him, and I hate to say an excuse, but we give him that out that when he gets healthy, it's like, oh yeah, we knew when you got healthy.
It's like, I feel now people are shitting on, let's say, Trevor more than they did before because the numbers ain't there, but they give certain people passes. Even Lamar. Let's look at Lamar. Let's take Trevor out the picture. Boom. Look at Lamar and Dak. When we had that whole discussion about how Dak numbers are better than Lamar in the postseason, but Dak gets crucified the minute they get bumped, but Lamar doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So
I think the thing for Dak is Dak has been there a little bit, right? They feel like they've had pieces around Dak. You get what I'm saying? And
a lot of times they crucify. Unfortunately, people get crucified by association. Jerry Jones isn't like. You get what I'm saying? Because they feel like he handcuffs the team. He holds them by their neck. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, it's like, bruh, you would let go your mama, your grandma, your son just to keep that. So they would pick apart that. The thing about Lamar, I think, was everybody was so against Lamar. If he does, like, okay, easy way to explain it. When your expectation is this high for somebody and they don't mean it, we crucify them way more than if somebody else expectation is low, right? So I give you an example, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, and then he balled. You know what I'm saying? So we like Brock. But somebody like Trevor that was picked the first round, you were the number one pick. Not the first round, the number one. And, you're showing mediocrity every year. Everybody likes to get Trevor. Oh, he's improving. To me, that's not enough because you were my number one pick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not asking him to save Jacksonville, but I don't think the glints that we get are so inconsistent that I can't sit and be like, those were good glints. They're so inconsistent.
I think a good example of something we're gonna see this year, right? And this is nothing with Trevor, but it goes with coaching, right? Before we wrap it up, I think if the Chargers have a winning season this year, even make the wild card under Harbaugh's first year, and Justin Herbert looks like the quarterback that we thought he was gonna be, listen, it shows that coaching makes a difference because they gave up all their wide receivers, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. Hell, they got me in June catching passes. I'm like a fullback / tight end / offensive lineman, and I'm catching the ball out there. Anyway, I'm gonna start first. Look, another good week, Bree. Shout out for the topics. Look forward to us watching some games tomorrow and discussing this next week. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications. Let us know we could do better. If we got to make the episodes shorter, let us know what we got to do so we can get our listeners and keep going. I'm going to pass it on to Bree because she looked like she just saw something that she saw, Connor's thing on Twitter.
No, I just saw Gervonta Davis's response to Devin Haney on Twitter.
Oh, we'll talk about that later. Okay.
Oh my God, he ate him. He cleared him. But great week. Week 3 started Thursday, but all the big games, all the other games are on Sunday and Monday. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to recording next week. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to follow us. Also, sorry, like when you
get it out. Let's get it out. It's okay. Get it out. Come on. Are you choking? Are you pregnant? Not that we could do the Heimlich, but we're just asking. So
I was yawning, and then I had spit go down the road.
Whoa. Hey, pause. People, nothing went in her mouth, y'all. Nothing.
Yeah, I can see me too. So, but yeah, don't forget to also react, like, tell all your friends all about us. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, she's saying bye, peace. That's it. Till next week. Play call. Holla at us. Bye.